guys and girls, because there are girls that watch this channel, whether you like it or not. Right, firstly, thanks very much to Maria, who has been on the comments, and she's got a problem, but we can help, can't we? Again, sorry for the light. I've been in hospital all day long. It's another story. I'll tell you about that another day, because I want to concentrate on what this problem is. Now then, Maria has got a problem where she wants to have a sat nav or a phone or whatever to use as her navigational equipment. Now then, phones. There's my phone. There's my phone. Let me just put a glove on. It would be this end, because that end would be on the frontal. But don't work. But oh, it did a minute ago. Bloody hell. Yeah. Let's turn it off. But actually, it might be them gloves. Don't know. But test your gloves on your screen, because some do and some don't. Them gloves don't work on my phone, but they do work on my sat nav. That's my sat nav. What I'll do, Marie, I'll take some pictures of what I've done for this to make it more waterproof, or not waterproof, but more water resistant, or averse to rain and all that. Now then, before I do that, the general one is this type of affair, isn't it? That's the one you always see on the Amazon or whatever, and that's where your phone goes in there. Let's turn it on again. That's where your phone goes in there, like that, and you can you know, flick between the pages. Obviously, I've just bunged that in there, so it's not fitted correctly. You get a load of like these to go in the back. They're just fillers to fill it all out so that it fits your phone. And then when you do that, you put that in there, and then the screen is close to the outside bit, and you can use it to whatever. All right. Now that's also applicable to your sat nav. Your sat nav will be just the same. When you put your sat nav in, I mean, that's a spare sat nav, so my sat nav would go in there, and that would go in there, and jobs are good. To make this waterproof, to make this whatever you call it waterproof, what you do is, you can either do two things. You can either undo it fully, and all along the zip, all along that zipped edge, either run a candle, like you know, your normal candles that you have indoors, along the zipped edge, or very thin layer of Vaseline or an oil, engine oil do, but it's a bit messy, around that edge. That it. And that would make that more water resistant. And these are general things. You can buy them. They come with a handlebar clip, and do you know what? They're pretty good. They are pretty good. You've got a little holey thing there that your lead goes through for your charger. So they're pretty good, and they're widely available. All prices, check Amazon, check Wish, check eBay, check them all. But these ain't bad. Now then, moving on. I mean, I've hardwired that into my bike, so I've not got to worry about it. But I'm lucky enough that I can do that, because I've got the wherewithal to do it. If you don't want to put that on your tank, on your handlebars, your next step is to put it in a tank bag. And again, there are so many different types. Now I bought this one, right, it comes with a what's the name, that comes off, you know, little, what do you call them, little, whatever. But it's magnetic. Yeah, you've got four how many are there? You've got one, two, three. There's 4 magnets, and it's got these wings that fold out. And I don't know if you're about to see that from there, but I don't think you see that. But it sticks to your tank, and that bit goes around the headstock, at the front. So if this flies off, it's still got that to keep it on. Now then, these are also good because they've got the same. It's the same as that, but it's stuck on there. You've got a space, a pocket, if you like, for your phone or Sat Nav. Goes in there, and it's the same thing. You can use the, I don't know why I keep turning it off. Yeah, same thing. Put it in there and you can use it to switch through your pages. Now then, there's also a you can see it really, but there's a space where you put the charging cable through. Can't see it, but it's at the bottom. Anyway, you put your charging cable through the bottom, and again, this is really good. I mean, I really like these because, as well as a little, you know, Sat Nav holder, whatever doohickey, you've also got a handle so you can carry it around. You've got this quite large space. You put your essentials in there, you know, like your wallet or your passport when you go through ferries and terminals. Put your passport in there, your tickets, whatever. You've also got this little funky doodah pocket at the back that you put your pyjamas in. I don't know. I mean, my pyjamas fit in there because I don't wear it. You see. But that's not a bad unit, and I think that was it was 12 quid off of that Wish thing. Now I quite like that. This one will cost a bit more money. It's an Oxford Sports. It's got a map I don't know, pocket at the front, which unclips from the rest of it, so that comes off. So then you can take that off and have a good read of it before you put it back on your bike. So you can take this away, have a sit down, have a cup of coffee, look at where you're going, get back on the bike, clip it to this tank bag, and away you go. And again, this is magnetic, so on it goes. Job done. And again, it's got the strap that goes all the way around, goes in the headstock and all that. Now I like this one because it's got some real decent pockets in it. You've got that big pocket at the front there, and that inside there has got other little pockets and other things and all that. It's really good, but it's an Oxford one. Oxford ones are worth paying because I believe, I might be wrong, you'll have to put me right, but I believe they come with a lifetime guarantee. Don't swear to me on it and all that, but I think that's what they do. Right, as well as you've got that little one, that little pocket at the front, obviously you've got the main pocket, the main bag, if you like, the main bag which unzips. That unzips, and again it's got another pocket in there. It's got storage all over it. Now I like this one a lot. It's good, and I've got to say, I didn't pay for it. I didn't buy it. It was a gift from a neighbour of mine who, for some reason, just didn't get on with it. Now I like this one because, another reason is because underneath all that and between the others, you've got this other, there's another storage compartment. Now I'm not sure what you'd use that for, but they're all handy. You need storage on a bike. When you're going on a trip, you need storage. So there you go. These are the things I use. Oh, it's raining. These are the things I use when I go on a trip. And you know, I've got to be honest. You can't put a price on them sometimes. You just can't. You can't say, you know, oh blimey, I couldn't do without that one, or I couldn't do without that one, because they all have their uses. But there is another way. Again, buying a phone holder, cheap phone holder off of Amazon or eBay and all that. I mean, they are advertised as motorcycle phone holders. And they're worth buying. And if you're going to buy a second-hand Sat Nav, now these can be bought really, really cheaply. They're second-hand. It's a Garmin. If I was to make a choice, I'd say buy a Garmin. They've been doing this for donkey's years, and they know what they're doing. That's a small Garmin. It's years old. It's still very, very good. That's a newer Garmin, but it's still years old, but it's still very, very good. And it's got lifetime maps on that. This was pre-lifetime maps, so it goes back a fair while. But this is a great device. It still works great. To make it waterproof, all you do is, and I've been totally honest with you now, to make it waterproof or water resistant, you put a thin smear of silicone just around the edge of the screen. Just around the edge, just a really thin, like slither of silicone, just to fill that gap between the screen and the frame. That's all you do, and that makes that water resistant to a degree. Now bear in mind, you have got gaps going around it, you've got various points of whatever, plus you've got the plug at the back. Yeah, because you've got your SD card that can go in there, your micro SD card, which I don't know, I've never had, but I've never used it, but yeah, but it's there. But that's all you do to waterproof these. That's all you do. Now then, what I'll do is, like I said, I'll take photographs of mine and I'll show you that to see what I've done with that. But basically I'll tell you what I've done with it, so then you could see it, and I might be able to put pictures up while I'm doing this. So if I do that, hopefully when I get back to editing this, there'll be a picture about there. But I got what was it? It was something along the same sort of material as, like, it's the same sort of material as a tank bag and all that. Yeah, same sort of material. It was plastic. I mean, that's what I'm getting at. It's plastic. As long as it's plastic and it's waterproof. And what I've done was, I put one layer behind it, but allowing me to plug the device in, and I put like a canopy. I made a canopy for it that goes over the top, and that way it stops the sun getting on the screen, and that's how I overcome that. I couldn't write all that down in the reply because it would have taken up too long, so I thought I'll just tell you, and that's what I did. When it comes to these things, you've got to be a bit smart. You've got to be a bit, you know, how can I do this? And you've got to look at the things that are all around you and use them. Now that, if I was going to mount that on my bike, so that big, that's got to be the same as, roughly, a margarine tub of some kind. So you could use that margarine tub, cut it in a certain way. I've not done it because I don't have to, but cut it in a certain way so you've got a nice canopy over the top and at the sides, and the back of the box, the margarine thing. I mean, there's all kinds of ways, there's all kinds of containers. I've purposely gone out and bought things I don't need just for the container. I really, really have. And example of that is nowhere near me. I bought a tin of tuna because I wanted the tin. I didn't want the tuna. I gave the tuna to the cats, but I wanted the tin. So I went and bought that tin because I want to make that into a cooker or a candle, you know. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where's my candle? Did I show you my candle? Can't find it. Anyway, what did I do with that? So I made a candle. There it is. Stay there. Right. This was a packet of playing cards. They're Batman playing cards. Well, I wanted the tin. The tin was great. It's like an old tobacco tin, which again would be ideal. But what I'd done was I put loads of cardboard in there. I circled all the cardboard around. Don't know if you can see that or not. And then I filled it with wax from a candle. Still got the wax. I didn't heat it up in water. I put that metal cup, put a candle in it, and I melted it. I put it straight on the hob, melted the candle wax in that cup, and then from that cup I poured it into that, over that. Now it works, it's brilliant. I'm not going to lie in now because I'm indoors. And now it's raining, I don't think I will. But yeah, it's brilliant, and that's a brilliant candle. If you're really stuck, you could use that as your cooker as well. So there's all these things that you have to look out for. You don't go and buy, you don't have to go and buy the things that are necessarily for that job because of the price. I'm always doing that. I'm always thinking, well, like tank bag. Well, yeah, you know, I could do with a tank bag, but do I really need a tank bag for what I want? So I think about other ways of doing it. And that's where you've got to be clever about these sort of things. You've got to say to yourself, yeah, I really do need that, but do I need to pay all that money for it? You know, I really don't. For argument's sake, this is it's a DNA thing from Carol Nash. Now it's a nice bag, and it's about the right size. Yeah, it's about the right size. Imagine that in there, folded over. You'll still be able to use the screen and all that. It's bang on the right size. But like I said, experiment with the gloves and all that, because you will need your gloves on. There is a way. Somebody once told me they cut an end off the washing up glove, and they put that over their finger on their bike, and that managed to work the screen. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not going to try it because I ain't got any washing up gloves, and I ain't buying them because I don't need them. But gloves worked on my Sat Nav. I mean, I wore gloves all the way to Spain, all the way back again, because I always wear gloves when I'm riding. And I was using my Sat Nav all of the time. There was some, directional difficulties, I'll call it. There was some of them going on, and I had to change my course. I did so, and I did that on that with my gloves on, so it can't be that bad. I can't turn it on because it's that old. It has to be wired in all the time because the battery's just no good now. Anyway, I hope that's been of some help. I really do. But like I said, these fit on the handlebars. They won't fit on my handlebars because it's not the right shape. But a normal motorcycle with the normal handlebars, these go on them, and they are good. They are a good way of doing it. If you put a Sat Nav in there, there's no reason why you can't have something that goes over the top of that to form a canopy to stop the sun going on it. Because like you say, when the sun hits it, you can't see a bloody thing. So that's what I would do. I'd play around, I'd try and glue a canopy on there of some kind, just to stop the rain getting onto it. I really would. And like I say, if you don't like the look of a margarine jar, then paint the bloody thing. I don't know, but you got to do so. There's always a way around it. You've just got to think about it a little bit deeper. When I say think out the box, well, think of the box. That's what I'll say. All right, now I hope that's been of any good. If it hasn't, drop me a comment, let me know, because I'll be doing the quick tip thing on Friday. So let me know if you want anything else covered on that. What I will be doing next week, because you've asked about the Sat Navs, I won't do it today because otherwise the video just takes up. It'll be too long and you'll go, I'm sick of this now, Ed. You know, it's been, you know, it's past the yard arm. And you'll notice I haven't got a drink in my hand. Happy birthday, Brian, by the way. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I think next week or in the coming weeks, I'll be talking about maps, the apps, map apps, apps with maps that you use. I mean, Sigic, me.map or whatever it is, map me, and it, Waze. A lot of people use Waze because it's very good, but I think Waze is more, it's more car friendly than it is bike friendly. But again, there's a lot of them out there. What I'll do is I'll give you my top 4 apps for using for navigation, and in my opinion they are better, if not as good as that, the old Sat Nav. So there you go. That's what this video is all about today. It's to try and help Maria sort of problem out with a Sat Nav, come phone, come device, come this, come that, come hither, come nither, bloody blah, ruddy rah. Thanks for tuning in, Maria. And yeah, I just hope I've been of some help. If I haven't, just let me know and I'll try again. I will try and, this channel is about helping each other. I want you guys to give me advice and I want to pass that advice on to everybody else. That's what this channel is all about. Okay. So tell your mates, tell your friends, tell everybody, tune into Ed's Shed. I'm Ed, this is your shed. You guys are brilliant and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye now.